The question, tell me about your three strengths, is a very common question for a residency interview. It could be internal medicine, general surgery, psychiatry, family medicine, and this is designed to assess your self-awareness and your ability to reflect on your qualities and how well you can align your strengths with the demands, with the needs of a residency program. And in this video, I will talk about how you can structure your answer. Along with, I will be giving you a sample response. I'm also going to talk about the philosophy behind this question and the things you should never say and the things you should consider saying. So try to watch this video till the end. I think it should be beneficial. I'm Dr. Umar Khan, and I'm actually done with my internal medicine residency. And if you prefer, I do have a list of 25 questions and short answers that will get you going for your own answer. And you can get that in the link in the description. And I also have a playlist of myself talking more about residency interview questions just like this, so you can get a head start and check out that playlist on my channel. Now let's talk about how you will structure this answer. So choose relevant strengths that are pertaining to your field. If you are into psychiatry, make sure you are looking at things in line with psychiatry. For internal medicine, you have to think about traits like empathy, communication skills, teamwork, attention to detail, adaptability, clinical knowledge, and problem-solving abilities. Similarly, for surgical professions, you can talk about the ability to learn new techniques and skills and rapidly apply them to any given situation. Or for psychiatry, perhaps you can talk about empathy and extreme patience. I think that is a very important trait if you want to be a psychiatrist. Then the next point would be to, you have to provide examples. So for each strength, provide a specific example from your experience, and it has to be genuine. You can't make it up. So whether it was during medical school, whether you had an experience during your clinical rotations, you had some research that you were doing that you could relate to this, or in your personal life, you can even share something like that. These examples, of course, make your response more credible and memorable. They will be able to connect you with the response that you are providing. So if you give an example, they know what you're talking about and you are not just regurgitating something you memorized. Then you have to try to suggest that explain the impact that it actually got you, right? So discuss how each strength has positively impacted your interactions with patients, your colleagues, and overall your healthcare team. You have to highlight a positive outcome that showcases that this strength actually has value and, hey, that's why I'm a good candidate for your program. Then the last part in the structure would be you have to connect it to your goals. So tie your strengths to your aspirations as a resident, how this will be useful in residency. Explain how these strengths will contribute to your effectiveness in patient care, your medical decision making, your continuous learning, something like that. Now I'm going to go over a sample answer. This is not what you should be copying, but just to give you an idea. Sure, I'd be happy to share my three strengths that I believe will contribute to my success as an internal medicine resident. Firstly, I consider my strong sense of empathy to be one of my greatest strengths. And throughout my clinical rotation, I realized the importance of understanding a patient's emotional state in addition to their medical condition. And this empathy has allowed me to connect with patients on a much deeper level, helping to ease their anxieties and build trust, and ultimately leading to a better patient compliance and outcomes, of course. For example, during my recent rotation in the oncology department, I was able to provide emotional support to a patient struggling with a new serious and bad diagnosis. I was able to positively impact this patient and help out with their coping process. Then I do think that I do pay attention to detail, and this has consistently served me well in my journey so far. And being thorough and meticulous while reviewing patients' histories, lab results, and treatment plans, it has actually enabled me to catch important details and nuances that might have otherwise been overlooked. And I remember a case during my internal medicine clerkship where my attention to detail led to the identification of a potential drug interaction that could have compromised patient safety. I addressed this issue promptly, not only preventing harm, but also highlighted the significance of, of course, careful analysis in our line of work, which is very important. And then, not to toot my own horn, but I do believe my dedication to lifelong learning and adaptability has been instrumental in my growth as a future physician. And the field of medicine is constantly evolving, and I've cultivated a proactive approach to staying up to date with the latest research and best practices as much as I can in my capacity, of course. And this adaptability, I believe, was evident during my elective rotation, of course, which is also a very fast-paced situation when I was rotating in the emergency department, where I quickly adjusted to new challenges and emergent situations. And I believe this strength will be crucial as I embrace the steep learning curve of a residency program, and I will look to continue to evolve as a well-rounded internal medicine physician. So this is just a sample answer that I just displayed to you guys. So you don't have to follow this. You can try to see my style. You can have your own style, but be relaxed, be a little chill. Don't act as if you have fully memorized the answer. So the best preparation is that it's scripted, but it sounds natural. Now, the philosophy from the interviewer's perspective. Now, the strengths question aims to assess your self-awareness, your professionalism, and the idea that how you can fit into the residency program. And the interviewer is looking for qualities that demonstrate your potential as a capable and an empathetic physician. Very important. And they want to see how well you will connect your strengths to the responsibilities and, of course, the challenges that come as a resident. And additionally, they might be interested in understanding how you learn and grow from your own experiences. Now, let's talk about the answers you should avoid and things you should never say. Of course, one thing would be any generic response. Avoid cliched answers like, I am a hard worker, I am a team player. Well, of course, these traits are valuable. They don't provide a unique insight into your candidacy. Then, overconfidence. And it is very important to present your strengths. However, avoid coming across as arrogant or overly self-assured. So balance your strengths with humility and a willingness to learn. I think that is a balance that you need to maintain. Irrelevant strengths that don't matter in medicine. So stay focused on your strengths that are directly related to the medical field and the residency program, and avoid discussing personal qualities that don't have any clear connection. And next, we have what never to say. Negative qualities you should avoid. Never mention weaknesses or negative qualities when asked about strengths. So they should know that you are focused on this question. So this question is an opportunity for you to highlight and give examples of your positive attributes. And then inaccurate claims, falsehoods are a no-no because they will pick it up and they know that you are struggling in providing the right answer and you're making things up. So avoid making claims that you can't back them up with examples. Be truthful and authentic with your responses. Thus, you have to be careful in crafting a thoughtful response to these what are your strength questions, right? So this question requires aligning your qualities with demands of a residency program, providing specific examples and demonstrating your commitment to patient care and your own professional growth. And by effectively addressing this question, you can leave a positive and a lasting impression on the interviewers, especially if you have good examples. And again, if you prefer, I have a list of 25 questions and they're short answers that will get you going. You can check that out in the link. And of course, check out my playlist on more residency interview questions, such as your 3 weaknesses or tell me about yourself. I think it should get you a head start. And if this is what you want to learn, you can subscribe to this channel because I will be doing live practice interview, mock interviews with you guys during the interview season. Hopefully that helps as well. Again, I'm Dr. Khan. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.